Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time I'm going to do some quick picks on all of our top 25 college football games we have coming up this weekend for Week 11 of the 2025 season. We're going to run through these games as quickly as possible. Make sure to buckle in. This is for people on a time constraint. We're going to be rolling through these games, predicting the outcome, winner, loser, and we'll also take a look at all the best bets, the spreads, the money lines, the over-unders. Before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below. Who do you think is going to win these games? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment below. Click on the link, sign up there. I would definitely appreciate it. If you want a more in-depth breakdown, make sure to check out my video. It came out 2 days ago. That's where we go in-depth in all these games. This is the quick picks. The goal, have them all done in under 15 minutes. Let's jump into it. The very first one, we have kicking everything off a Friday night game, Friday, November 9th, 9 p.m. on Fox. The 5-3 Northwestern Wildcats. This is a team that's actually not having a bad season, but they are definitely struggling on offense. They'll be on the road versus number 19, the USC Trojans, 6-2. Trojans 9.8% chance to win. Lincoln Riley, in my personal opinion, the best offensive mind in all of college football. He can definitely score some points. Payoff as the quarterback, 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 picks. Deep running back room, Lemon, Lane might be the best wide receiver 1-2 combo in all of college football. They're definitely in the discussion. Northwestern, 22.5 points a game, giving up 16.8. Solid defense. They do struggle on offense. Trojans, 39.8 points a game, throwing for 302, running for 204. Bounce offense, giving up 22.4 points per game. D'Anton Lynn with that defense, with Lincoln Riley calling plays. The offense is too hot. Everything's in front of them. They still technically on paper have a shot to make the playoffs. Give me the Trojans cruising, 34-17. And moving on to our Saturday Saturday, November 8th at 12 p.m. Number 2, the 9-0 Indiana Hoosiers. Curt Cignetti, the things he's done with this team in only a couple seasons, give this guy some props, give him some respect. He definitely got the big contract. The Fighting Cignettis here, one of the best teams in the nation. They're on the road versus the 3-5 Penn State Nittany Lions. Franklin's been fired. This team is just floundering right now, going down the drain. They're just looking to keep the respect. Indiana's 82.7% chance to win, 15.5 point favorites, 49 over-under. Mendoza might be the Heisman frontrunner, 25 touchdowns, 4 picks. Black, Cooper Jr., Surratt, deep offensive team, 46.4 points a game, throwing for 259, running for 146, one of the most balanced, if not the most balanced team in college football, only giving up 10.8. They have a top 5 defense. They have a top 5 offense also. Penn State, 31.5 points a game, giving up 21.8. This was a team that was supposed to have a top 5 defense, but obviously with the coach getting fired, with everything getting completely upheaved this entire season, everything's gone away. They're just fighting for their respect. Like I said, potential dark horse to win this game. I don't see it happening. Indiana wins, but they keep their eyes on next week. They got to make sure to stay undefeated because they got so much momentum. Hoosiers win 33-17. In one of our upset alert games, 12 p.m., number 5, the Georgia Bulldogs, 7-1. A lot of one possession, very close wins. Wins are wins. You'll take the W any way that you can get it, but it's a little concerning. They play up or down to the level of whatever team they're playing. They continue to roll here, but at some point that might catch up with them. They're on the road versus the 5-4 Mississippi State Bulldogs, who actually have a pretty good offense, and they're at home. Georgia, 78.7% chance to win, 7.5 point favorites, 57.5 over-under. Gunnar Stock, and obviously having a much better season than Carson Beck. Give the ball to Branch. Branch, one of the most electrifying playmakers in the country. Georgia, 32.5 points a game, throwing for 236, running for 184, only giving up 19.5 points a game. Not your typical Kirby Smart defense, but they're definitely good enough. Mississippi State Shapen, keep the turnovers down. He's got a shot here to get some yards. Georgia does have a pretty questionable secondary. Mississippi State, 33.2 points a game, throwing for 251, running for 158, giving up 24.7 points a game. I think, as usual, Georgia allows Mississippi State to hang around this game, but they still get the win. They win it 30-23. So much is riding on this next game. This is the game of the weekend, the college football game day game. 12 p.m., number 7, BYU 8-0 undefeated on ABC, visiting number 8, Texas Tech 8-1. Their only loss, they didn't even have their starting quarterback this game. This is 2 top 8 teams facing off. The Big 12 is up for grabs here. Both these teams, they both have a shot no matter what to make the playoffs, but there's so much riding on this game. The front runner for the Big 12, Texas Tech, 6.9% chance to win at home. 10.5 point favorites, 52.5 over-under. That's a pretty big spread here versus a top 8 team, a team that's one game ahead of you right now in the polls. Give BYU some respect. And they lost Retzlaff, but Bachmeier, the true freshman quarterback, has stepped in nicely. 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's a mobile quarterback. Martin, 800 yards on the ground. BYU's physical, but Texas Tech, a top 5 rush defense in the nation. The Red Raiders actually have a line of scrimmage football team. BYU 36.3 points a game, throwing for 217, running for 217, only giving up 17 points a game. Texas Tech, 43.6 points per game, top 10 offense, throwing for 294, running for 198, giving up 13.2 points a game. That's a top 10 defense, only 74.6 on the ground. Texas Tech Red Raiders, with Morton back, this offense going to be much better. Deep running back room, wide receiver core, number one transfer portal class. Red Raiders win a close one, 33-28. Big Ten Network, 1 p.m. The undisputed champs, the defending national champions, the number one Ohio State Buckeyes 8-0 versus the 2-7 Purdue Boilermakers. Purdue, let's just call it like it is. They have zero chance to win this game. Buckeyes, 97.1% chance to win, 28.5-point favorites. What's that, a 48.5 over-under? Saying he's in the top three for the Heisman. They have Jackson, might be the deepest wide receiver core. Smith, Ennis, Tate, they're averaging 36.6 points a game, throwing for 284, running for 153, only giving up 6.9 points per game. The number one defense in the nation, number one last year, number one against this year. Purdue, 22.1 points a game, giving up 27. There's a massive talent disparity here. Buckeyes win 38-7. 1 p.m. on Saturday, the 4-5 Citadel. Obviously, this is FCS versus FBS. We're not going to have a spread till the morning of. But Ole Miss, one of the few teams playing an FCS team at the end of the season, but everything's in front of them. They still have, 3 games left over? As long as they win 2 of 3, they are in the playoffs, and I think they're going to win out. Number 6, Ole Miss right now, 99% chance to win. This is going to be a complete curb stomping. They have a loaded team on offense. Chambliss having a great season since he took over the reins. Deep running back room, wide receiver core. Lane Kiffin, one of the best offensive minds there is. Give me Ole Miss continuing to cruise. They win 57-13. And at 3:30 p.m. on ABC, number 3, the Texas A&M Aggies, 8-0 undefeated. How about Marcel Reed so far this year? Throwing the ball 2,000 yards, passing 17 touchdowns, 6 picks. They can throw it. They have a great wide receiver core, Craver, Conception, 56% chance to win. They'll be going up against number 22, the 6-2 Missouri Tigers, 44% chance to win, ranked v. ranked. Right now, the Aggies 7-point favorites, 49.5 over-under. Mike Elko's team, disciplined team, top 10 overall roster, 37.8 points a game, giving up 23.6. They don't have the best defense, but boy, do they have a good offense and a very balanced offense. Throwing for 259, running for 200, Missouri. Drinkowitz, back-to-back 10-win seasons, wants to keep that up, 35.4 points a game, giving up 16.8. Solid defense. They did lose Perbola for the season, but Zollers is looking pretty good. Give me the Aggies walking away with the win. They've given up some points in a couple games, but I do have them covering the spread here. They win 30-20. And what is actually a really competitive game, 3:30 p.m. on CBS. Number 9, the Oregon Ducks, 7-1. They're only lost to number 2, Indiana. They're on the road versus number 20, the 6-2 Iowa Hawkeyes. Do not underestimate Kirk Ferentz's team here. Obviously, the longest tenured coach in the country. Yes, their offense usually stinks, but they have a top 10 defense every single season. Their defense, especially at home, will keep this game close, will keep it competitive, and they play time of possession football. They're just going to keep the ball away from Oregon's offense. Ducks, 69% chance to win, 5.5-point favorites, 41.5 over under. Dante Moore, 19 touchdowns, 4 picks. A really talented team, 41.3 points a game, throwing for 247, running for 237, only giving up 13.5 points a game. The Hawkeyes, 31.3 points a game. Gronowski, not throwing the ball well, but this guy's taking off, extending plays with his legs, only giving up 13.1. 2 solid overall defenses. Hawkeyes keep it close, but I think the Dunks walk away late third quarter, fourth quarter. They ultimately win this one 30-17. 3:30 p.m. ESPN, the 3-6 Syracuse Stars. Got to feel bad for Fran Brown here. A lost Angeli for the season. Offense has never been the same. They're on the road versus number 18, the 6-2 Miami Hurricanes. The Hurricanes lost 2 games they should have won. They have no option. They have to win out to have any shot to make the playoffs, and they have to win out convincingly. Canes, 96.3% chance to win, 28.5-point favorites, 46.5 over under. Syracuse, 23.7 points a game, giving up 30.8. Obviously, without their quarterback, this offense cannot get first downs. Miami, really good defense, really good defensive line. They're averaging 32.3 points a game, giving up 15.6, only 79 on the ground. They have to win this game convincingly. They got to slowly chip their way up the polls. Give me the Hurricanes winning this one 37-16. 4 p.m. on the SEC Network, 4-5 Auburn Tigers. Obviously, the big news, Hugh Freeze having been fired. Jackson Arnold, got to see the guy play better. You got to be able to throw the ball, or they're just going to stack the box on you, forcing you to third and long situations. They're on the road against number 16, the Vanderbilt Commodores, 7-2. We had them losing last week. They have a 70.9% chance to win. Diego Pavi here, back for like his 20th year of college football. He's like 70% of this team's offense. At some point, everyone else has to step up, but so far, it's been working. They're having a really great season. Vanderbilt, 7-point favorites, 46.5 over under. Auburn, just no offense, 22.3 points a game, giving up 17.7. They actually have a really good defense. They will be able to bring that defense on the road with them. Vandy, 37.6 points a game, throwing for 245, running for 187, giving up 20.4 points per game. They have to win out. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they have one more loss lurking on the schedule, but it's not this week. They win this one 27-20. The Big Ten Network, 4:30 p.m. Number 23, the Washington Huskies, 6-2 on the road versus the 2-6 Wisconsin Badgers. At some point, you have to think Fickle's probably getting fired. He's definitely on the hot seat. Washington, 72.9% chance to win. Fish has a very talented team here. How about Williams Jr.? He can run it, but it's what he does with his arm. 2,200 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 4 picks. Coleman closing in on 700. Washington, 11.5-point favorites, 45.5 over-under. The Huskies, 35.5 points a game, throwing for 272, running for 166, giving up 20.9 points a game. The better they do, the better the win for the Buckeyes looks. Wisconsin, 12.5 points a game. Let's just be honest here, might be the worst offense in the country. They're giving up 23.9 points a game. Give me Washington. They better not lose this one. Don't want to get upset here. They win this one on the road, 28-14. ESPN, 7 p.m., 5-3, Wake Forest. Actually not too bad of a team. They did upset SMU. They're on the road versus number 14, the 8-1 Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia's played a lot of one-possession victories. They continue to win, but you don't want to skirt that close to disaster. At some point, it will bite you. Cavaliers, 78.5% chance to win. 6.5-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. They have the veteran Morris at quarterback. Wake Forest, 24.3 points a game, giving up 21.8. Cavaliers, 36.4, throwing for 252, running for 187, giving up 22.2 points a game. Like I said, a lot of close games, but they continue to pull them out. They win this one 28-20. 7 p.m. ESPN 2, 5-4, the Cal Bears here on the road versus number 15, the 7-1 Louisville Cardinals. Some pretty good wins, 2 top 25 wins under their belt. Jeff Brown, one of the best offensive minds in the sport. Louisville, 91.7% chance to win, 19.5-point favorites, 50.5 over. That's a very large spread for an in-conference game. Obviously, a lot of veterans here. Miller, Moss, Isaac Brown, 3 straight 100 yards games, one of them 210 rushing yards. This guy, since he's been healthy, rushing all over everyone. Bell looks like a true wide receiver, number 1. Cal, 24.6 points a game, giving up 25.1. Louisville, 33.8 points a game, throwing for 252, running for 156, giving up 20.8. Everything is in front of them to potentially make the ACC championship. Just have to take care of business. Louisville wins this one 34-23. 7:30 p.m. on ABC. This was supposed to be one of the best games of the season. Hasn't quite lived up to it. Right now, the 5-3 LSU Tigers. Obviously, Brian Kelly's been fired. On the road versus number 4, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 7-1, 4 top 25 wins currently under their belt. They have 80.9% chance to win, 10.5-point favorites, 49.5 over under. Without Brian Kelly there, how does LSU respond? What's their mental space here? Do they throw in the towel? Do they come prepared for the play? Right now, LSU, their offense has been really bad the entire season. A year or two under Blake Baker. They do have a good overall defense, though. 25.5 points a game, giving up 18.9, but they can't run it. They can't move the ball. They can't get first downs. Bama, 34.4 points a game. Kalen DeBoer, Grubbs vertically pushing the ball down the field. Want to see them concentrate on the run a little more, but so far the deep passing game is working. They're throwing for 292, running for 119, giving up 18.3 points a game. I do think they win this one. Keep your eye on a potential upset, but Bama gets the win 32-20. 7:30 p.m. on NBC, our final game, the 7-1 Navy Midshipmen. Navy lost the game last week. They were undefeated 7-0, dropped that one, but they had a really easy schedule so far, but don't underestimate them. They can move the ball. They're on the road versus number 10, the 6-2 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame, if you win out, you're in the playoffs. You have zero room for error. Cannot afford to lose this one. Don't get caught looking ahead. You have Pitt just around the corner. Ranked team, just take care of business week to week. 96.5% chance to win for the Irish. Notre Dame, 25.5-point favorites. Huge spread, 56.5 over under. Horvath for Navy. He's doing everything. 1,200 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, averaging 34.8, throwing for 149, running for 317, the number 1 rushing team in the country. But Notre Dame is very familiar with playing them. They play them every year. They're giving up 24 points a game. The Irish, with C.J. Carr taking over the helm, this is the best their offense has looked in years. Might be the best 1-2 running back combo. Love, Pierce, both those guys are NFL caliber backs. Facing Greyhouse, a lot of vets here. 37.4 points a game. Throwing for 274, running for 188, balanced team, balanced offense, and their defense after the first couple weeks. They're looking back to last year's defense. They're starting to play really good. They're only giving up 19.9 a game, but the last 5 or 6 weeks they have been elite. Give me Notre Dame winning this one 42-24. They avoid the upset. Guys, that's our quick picks for all of our Week 11 college football ranked matches. We ran through them as quickly as possible. Thanks for buckling up and sticking with us. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop your comment below. Who do you think is going to win these games? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment below. As always, thanks for watching.